into the epithelial tissues we are taking simple epithelial tissues already we discussed. Next one is the compound epithelial tissues or the compound epithelium. So why we given the compound means here the cells of the epithelium we are taking to the cells of the epithelium is arranged more than one row. That means 2, 3, 4, so 6 like that. Based on into the types of the tissues, these are arranged into the more than the one rows we are. Simple already we discussed. All the cells are arranged in the single line thickness only. But here the thickness of the tissue is more than the one cell thickness. 2 cell thickness is there, 3 cells thickness is there, 4 cells are there. That means 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows, 6 rows also they are presented here. So that only this type of the tissues are called as a compound epithelial tissues here. This compound epithelial tissues simply we call as a stratified epithelium. Stratified epithelium. Stratification means nothing but as an arrangement of the cells into the one on other as a number of the layers. That is called as a strata. Strata means levels here. Strata means nothing but as a levels. So the cells are arranged into the as different number of the levels or the rows they are in. So these are called as a stratification. The stratified epithelium here. So in this stratified epithelium we are that means here also the stratified epithelium again we are differentiating into the same squamous. So stratified squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium. That means stratified squamous epithelium, stratified cuboidal epithelium, stratified columnar epithelium. Okay, there are. So overall, the stratified epithelium we are taking, whatever it may be the types we can take. The cells are arranged into the 3 rows here. The cells are arranged into the 3 rows. They are the superficial layer, middle layer and inner layer. That means inner layer. So that means here in this type of the cells number of rows are presented. Already we discussed into these cells are arranged into the number of rows. They may be the 3 rows or 4 rows or the 5 rows or etc. like this they are there. In this what it is happened means the superficial cells of these tissues arranged into the one type of the cells, their structures are one type, and the middle layer is forming into the another, the inner lineage is forming into the another. Here we see we are taken to the 3 superficial region. Superficial region means towards into the outer. Whatever it is the cells are presented, that is the region is called to superficial region, outer region. This is the middle region. This is the innermost region. Mostly into this stratified epithelial tissue. The inner lineages of the stratified epithelial tissues are forming either the cuboidal cells or the columnar cells. This is the condition here. Okay. So either the cuboidal cells are forming or the columnar cells are forming. With the flattened nucleus they are presented here. Okay, flattened nucleus. And the middle row of the cells we are taking, these are not completely flattened. So these are not the cuboidal cells and these are not into the columnar cells. A middle, these cells are rounded cells are more or less into the oval or the rounded cells are forming into the middle row. Oval or the rounded, more or less, not exactly here. Okay, more or less rounded cells are presented into the middle row here. And the superficial cells based on the type of the specification of the tissue, the superficial cells are either the squamous cells or the cuboidal cells or the columnar cells are forming. Okay, based on the superficial layer only, these stratified epithelial tissue is differentiated into these three types here. So one by one their functions. This is the basic structure of the stratified epithelium. One by one their specification we are taking means, first of all, stratified squamous epithelial tissue. In the stratified squamous epithelial tissue we are taking squamous tissue. We know that the squamous tissue polygonal cells are arranged. So simple squamous epithelial tissue, we know that the simple squamous epithelial tissue, the tissue is forming by a flattened cells with a central nucleus. Okay, central nucleus is presented. So and they are arranged with squamous cells only presented. Like this, the superficial layer of the stratified squamous epithelial tissue is forming by the squamous cell, and the middle cells are forming hexagonal cells, or the more or less into the rounded cells are forming here. More or less rounded cells are forming. The hexagonal cells are forming. And the inner lineages are forming either the columnar cells or the cuboidal cells are forming. So this type of arrangement is there into the stratified squamous epithelial tissues here. The innermost lineage is into the columnar or the cuboidal. Some of the cells, some of the tissues they are having the columnar. Some of the tissues they are having the cuboidal cells also. But the middle they are the hexagonal, so polyhedral cells are presented. Here the polygonal cells, that is the squamous cell, the polygonal. So squamous cells are presented into the superficial lineage we are. So like this arrangement is there into the stratified squamous epithelial tissues. Here we are taking the stratified squamous epithelial tissues, majorly involving into the protection here, covering and the protection process. Wherever the covering structures are presented, so those places are covering by the stratified squamous epithelial tissues only, and the dry surfaces of the organism. We are taking to some of the vertebrates, their skin is covering by the stratified squamous epithelial tissues only. Based on the specification of the squamous epithelial tissue, again these are into the two types: squamous, stratified one. Stratified squamous epithelial tissue is the two types. One is a keratinized tissue. Other one is a non-keratinized. One is a keratinized, stratified squamous keratinized tissue. Other one is a stratified squamous non-keratinized tissue. First of all, we discussed about the keratinized tissue, stratified squamous keratin. Here, what it is happened means on the superficial layer, already it is the superficial squamous tissue is presented. On the surface of the superficial layer, what it is happened means keratin layer is forming. A dead layer is forming here. Okay, a dead layer is forming the case of in this type of the tissue. A horny layer is formed. It is acting as a barrier or the water resistant barrier, water resistant structure in the case of the disorder. So where it is distributed means the keratinized squamous epithelial, stratified squamous epithelial tissue is presented into the epithelium. That means the skin. Epidermis we are taking means it is covering by the keratinized structure only. So that only whenever we are pouring into the water is not absorbing into the tissues. Why? It is acting, it is covering by the horny material, keratinized material. So it is acting as a barrier here, water resistant here. So and the lower, the cutaneous layer, not subcutaneous, cutaneous layers are forming by these keratinized tissues only. So where it is presented, skin. Cutaneous and subcutaneous layers are forming by the keratinized tissues only. Those are covering by the keratin. And the second one we are taking non-keratinized stratified squamous non-keratinized tissues here. So where these are presented means here non-keratinized tissues, the structure is as usual like this. Upper superficial region is forming by the squamous epithelium, middle it is forming by the middle lineage of the cell, inner they are forming the either the ciliated or the columnar or the cuboidal cells only. But what is the difference into the keratinized non-keratinized? Non-keratinized, there is no horny substance is distributed at the superficial region at the surface we are taking. There is no keratin structure here. There is no keratin structure. Where it is distributed means anti-scrap planes we are taking. Anti-scrapping planes. So keratinized tissue is forming with the scrapping planes we are taking. So that means wherever it is scrapping is occurs, where we are able to scrap those places, all the places are covering by the keratinized tissue. Anti-scrapping places are covering by the non-keratinized tissues. Where it is anti-scrapping places means oral cavity. We are taking means oral cavity, that means the surface of the tongue, larynx, pharynx, esophagus, these portions are covering by the non-keratinized squamous epithelial tissue only. Stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelial tissue. So this is the specification of the squamous epithelial, stratified squamous epithelial tissue here. So it is a simple thing. So where it is forming mostly into the surfaces, those who are needed into the protection mark. Squamous epithelial tissue is mostly involving into the protection process only, covering process only. They are covering into the wherever it is the friction is occurs, wherever it is the damages are possible, those surfaces are covering by the stratified squamous epithelial tissues. Okay, skin or internal lineages of the alimentary canal up to the larynx, pharynx and the esophagus we are taking. And even though the rectal canal also it is having, there also scrapping is occurs. The hardest fecal matter is rubbing into the inner lineages of the rectal canal. They are also covering by the non-keratinized tissue only. Okay, or even though you are taking into the vagina, the female reproductive system, vaginal canal, vaginal chamber is also innerly covering by the non-keratinized tissue. Okay, anti-scrapping regions it is forming. Next one is a cuboidal, stratified cuboidal epithelium tissue. Okay. Next one we can talk. Here the difference between the squamous and the cuboidal we are taking. In the squamous, the superficial cells are forming by the squamous cells. In the cuboidal epithelium tissue we are taking. The superficial cells are forming by the cuboidal or the square shaped cells are forming. The middle as usual, the inner lineage is forming, compulsory it is forming by the columnar epithelial cells. Inner columnar, outer cuboidal, middle as usually the stratified epithelium only it is formed. This is the difference between the squamous and as well as the cuboidal cells we are in. So in this stratified cuboidal epithelial tissue also we are taking means where it is forming in this stratified cuboidal epithelial tissue means these are forming the sweat glands or salivary glands. Salivary ducts are covering sweat glands, oil glands and their ducts. Okay, and pancreas, pancreatic ducts, oil gland ducts. These are all presented only into the ductus regions of these glands here. Salivary gland ducts, they are internally covering by the cuboidal, stratified cuboidal epithelial tissue only, and the sweat glands. Okay. Sebaceous glands, that means oil glands, their ducts also covering by, and the pancreatic ducts also innerly covering by the stratified cuboidal epithelial tissue. Their distribution we are taking. Stratified columnar epithelial tissue. Here these are the specific here we are taking means the columnar epithelial tissue both superficial and as well as the inner lineage. Superficial region, inner lineage region is forming by the columnar epithelial tissues only. Both superficial region, inner region is forming by the columnar. In the middle only they are forming by the polygonal cells are forming. Around it cells are forming here. Okay, so both the sides they are forming by the columnar epithelial cells only, and the cells are arranged with the number of rows here. So this is called as a stratified columnar epithelial tissue. So mostly these are involving into the, where it is involving means the columnar epithelium is also involving mostly into the free surfaces of the tracts and the ducts only. Tracts and the ducts. Okay, wherever it requires into the free surfaces or tracts and the ducts we are there. So they are the columnar cells, epiglottis, epiglottis region, mammary glands, urethra. So the ductus glands, the ductus surfaces of these regions, epiglottis region. Epiglottis is covering by the columnar, stratified columnar epithelial tissue only, and the mammary glands. Mammary gland, the ducts, their ducts also covering by the columnar, stratified columnar epithelial tissue only, and the urethra. Okay, urethra also covering by the this one only. Okay, so like this, these surfaces are covering by the columnar epithelium tissue. Next one, some of the columnar, stratified columnar epithelial tissue, the superficial cells are modified. Their surfaces, the free surfaces are modified. They are forming the ciliary structures are. So these are called as a stratified columnar ciliated epithelium. Ciliary structures are presented here, and these are involving into the secretions of the mucus and involving into the particulate movement here. So where these are occurs into the ciliated, stratified columnar ciliated epithelium means these are involving into the palatine structure. Palate, soft palatine. The soft palatine region, these are involving, and larynx region, these are, those surfaces are covered by the stratified columnar ciliated epithelium. The remaining structure is as usual, only the difference into the normal and this one is ciliary structures are presented here. So that is the difference. Examples are very important. Okay, so mostly the columnar epithelium is involving into the which portions, wherever the particles or the components are passing, ductus region, tracheal regions, those regions are covering by the stratified columnar epithelial tissues. Even the columnar epithelial tissues also, secretory regions and the ductus regions, they are involved. A simple one we are taking, but here the stratified we are taking, secretory regions they are not involving, just these are involving into the passing region, passing lineages of the body parts we are taking. Okay, so this is regarding to the stratified squamous, stratified cuboidal, stratified columnar epithelium. Totally epithelial tissues we are taking. Okay, epithelial tissues we are taking.